I don't have enough places to stack all this stuff. Okay, no, pause. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is time for our mid-year freakout tag. Woo woo. I have got a bunch of questions written down here. I scoured a bunch of YouTube videos. Ellen Catherine, Katie Whitrook. Those are the two that I can remember off the top of my head. Sarah Curley, maybe from a couple years ago. Larry. Anyway, from loads of different people. I literally just looked up mid-year freakout tag and wrote down a bunch of questions. Anyway, and wrote down the answers in my reading journal. So we're gonna go through and talk about what I've read so far this year. A little bit of stats to get started. My reading goal is 100 books this year, and I have read 28. So I'm a little bit behind, more than a little bit, but that's okay. By this time last year, I had only read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'd only read 17 books by this time last year. So I'm gonna take it. We're doing great. I think we're doing great. I have listened to 8 books, which is a total of 5,213 minutes. And I have physically read 9,530 pages, which is crazy to think about. And my average rating is 8.31 stars. If I'm setting a book down here so I can read it and talk to you at the same time, so if I'm looking down a lot, that's why. First things first, what is the best book that I have read in 2025? Iron Flame. Easiest pick of my entire life. The only thing that was hard about picking this book is that the next question is best sequel, and I couldn't decide which spot to put this in. Literally loved this book. My first 5-star of the year, one of my only 5 stars of the year. I haven't had very many since I read this one. Seriously love this book, love the characters, love the world. I've heard lots of mixed feelings, specifically about Iron Flame. The people loved Fourth Wing and then just meh about Iron Flame. I loved it. I loved it way more than Fourth Wing. Anyway, I even like tabbed it matching colors and everything. Oh my goodness. I literally cannot wait to reread this book. By far, favorite book of 2025. That's enough about that though. Next, the best sequel that I read this year, did not stack these very well, but that's okay, was The Hawthorne Legacy by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I just read this a couple of weeks ago, so I do have a YouTube video out of me reading this. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out, of finishing the series. I really enjoyed the sequel. I'm saying so much. Oh my goodness, somebody count. Not really. I read The Inheritance Games last summer and then finally read this book, like I said, like a month ago or so. And I loved this book. It took me about 50 pages to get into it, but I was hooked after that. I love Jennifer Lynn Barnes' writing. I would love to get into more of her books. Next, a TBR new release. So a book on my TBR that just got released. We have The Friendship Fling by Georgia Stone. I just got this book a couple of days ago. I saw the author on Threads and saw her posting about this book and the next book. So cute, looks like so much fun, exactly what I'm needing right now. Look how cute the female main character is. Like, oh my goodness, obsessed. So I literally cannot wait to get to this. I'm hoping to read it this weekend, actually. We'll see if I get there, but I'm hoping to read it this weekend. Next, most anticipated release. I've got 3, and I've actually pre-ordered all of them. And before now, I have never pre-ordered a book. So that's pretty exciting. First, we have Fallen Stars by Imani Ayu, which is the second book after Heavenly Bodies. We'll talk about this book more later, but obsessed with this book. So I obviously had to get the next book when it comes out. Then Time of Your Life by Jessa Hastings. She just announced it. Literally, she posted the announcement. I saw it 30 minutes after she posted it and went and pre-ordered it. Like, I need it. I need it. I haven't even read all the Jessa Hastings books that I have, but the ones I've read, I've loved. So here we are. Here we are. And then Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. I also have not read any of my Ashley Poston books, but it sounds super cute and super fun and like could be right up my alley, so I pre-ordered it. I do not remember the dates that these come out. Fallen Stars comes out in November. And then Time of Your Life comes out in July. And Sounds Like Love probably just came out, right? On the 17th? I'm pretty sure. But don't take my word for it. Next, my newest fictional crush. Xavier. Javier? It's not Javier. I had a kid at school named Javier. Xavier. From Say You Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. He just was so cute, so sweet. I feel like he was really motivated. He didn't like set his life on hold to swoon for her when they first met. But he put in lots of work to have a good relationship with her. I felt like they were pretty good about communicating. He just was like amazing and beautiful and wonderful. For the record, this is my newest fictional crush. I still love Zayden Ryerson more. Unfortunately, I am in a Zayden Ryerson hangover. But that's fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. Next, a book that made me cry every time I read it. Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. Yeah. Also, I just finished, this isn't on there because I just finished it last night. Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I did not care to read that book. I did not want to read it. I was like, I literally don't care. And then Sunrise on the Reaping came out, and I was like, I need Haymitch's story. But me and my husband decided that we were going to read all the books again, and then read Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. He didn't really want to read either. But we're like, we're going to listen to, we listened to the Hunger Games books together. And so he's like, we're going to listen to it. It's going to be fine. He's dragging his feet. He's only like halfway through. We started it like 2 weeks ago. Anyway, I finally finished it last night. I cried when I finished it. I kept forgetting that it was President Snow in the book, which is good, right? So I could like really get into it and like care about the characters. Anyway, so those two. So the Hunger Games makes me cry. Next, a book that made me happy. This does not necessarily mean a book that I liked, for the record. The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. I think I rated this 2 stars. I actually really disliked this book, but the experience was super fun. I read this book at the lake, under an umbrella with my towel. I was tanning. I read it in like 24 hours, like so fun. A fun experience. It made me very happy. And seeing the cover makes me really happy. Like, it's so fun and summery. Hated the book. Hated the story. Not hated. Okay, hated is a strong word. It was fine. I just didn't like it. So, there you are. Breaking the rules here a little bit. That's fine. Okay, the most beautiful book that I got this year. Honorable mention to Heavenly Bodies. Gorgeous. But I'm trying to only pick like one book per answer. I'm trying not to use them like multiple times, or one answer per book. I'm trying not to use them multiple times, but like, okay. But the other 2 I picked for realsies for this answer are Our Infinite Fates and Heavenbreaker. Our Infinite Fates I got from Book of the Month, obviously, Book of the Month. And it's just beautiful, just so pretty. And then we have Heavenbreaker, which I was buying Funny Story from a lady on Facebook Marketplace, and she's like, do you want Heavenbreaker too? And I was like, sure. I've never even heard of that book, but like, look at the sprayed edges, look at the cover, like, oh my goodness, beautiful. So that's like a surprise, but beautiful. I cannot wait to read it. Next, my TBR for the end of the year. I am really hoping to read the Magnolia Park series and Percy Jackson. Those are the 2 like biggest series that I'm hoping to read before the end of the year. Oh, I almost forgot. Oh my goodness, that's embarrassing. Because they're sitting right here. I am going to read the Throne of Glass series, finally. This was gifted to me by Kelsey. It's at Kelly Reads on Instagram and TikTok and Threads and all the things, I think. I don't know if she's on YouTube or not. It's fine. She gifted this to me. Amazing human. And this is from the library, obviously. But I am going to start this series. I'm very nervous, but I'm also like super excited. Like, I didn't want to read Fourth Wing because I was like, everybody reads Fourth Wing. Like, I know they're popular for a reason. I wasn't trying to be like a pick-me girl. I just was like, fantasy's not really my thing. And like, everybody's reading and talking about it. I just didn't feel the need to. But my sister-in-law was like, read it with me. And I was like, okay, fine. Loved it. So now I'm feeling the same way about Throne of Glass and ACOTAR and like Crescent City. Oh my goodness. There's this bird flying out my window and it keeps distracting me. Anyway, I feel like I just need to try them. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna do a full reading vlog with no spoilers, and then I'll also post reading vlogs with spoilers. The without spoiler one will be the whole series, just my thoughts as I go with the whole series. And then the full thought ones, I'll do like a couple books in each video. Anyway, so keep an eye out for those. If you want to see it, make sure you like, subscribe, all the things. Anyway, there's that. We have like 3 questions left. Beautiful, we have plenty of time. The next question, I'm gonna skip my 5-star reads for a minute. My 5-star predictions for this year, for the rest of the year. The Ministry of Time by Kelaine Bradley. I started this one, I'm loving it, so I'm sure this one's gonna be great. I'm really getting 5-star appeals from it right now. And then Magnolia Park's Into the Dark. I've heard so many great things about it. I loved the first 2 Magnolia Park's books. You know, it's a given. If it's not, I'm gonna be so sad. So hopefully I'm not hyping it up too much for myself, but it's fine. I was like, why is 9th house over here? I forgot. I skipped one. I skipped so many. That's okay. Everything's fine. Let's just keep going. A book that I loved with mixed reviews. For this one, we are gonna talk about Onyx Storm. Look how pretty. I just feel like I really enjoyed it. Definitely not my favorite in the Fourth Wing series. Oh my goodness, my foot's asleep. Definitely not my favorite in the Fourth Wing series, but I still loved it. I still loved being in the world. As soon as I finished it, I was like, I've got to reread the series. I need to get back into it. I need to rush the books. I need to binge all of it. All the content that I can about it. So, but I've heard lots of people be like, it felt pointless. Kind of. For being the 3rd book in a 5-book series, I feel like it's kind of expected that less will happen. But I also feel like Rebecca Yarros does a good job of, I mean, so far in the other books, of tying the things that don't feel super important into the story. So we'll see how that goes, but I loved it. Loved it. My reading goals for the rest of the year, I'm hoping to get to 100 books. Is that super possible? I'm not sure. But I got a new job recently as in like last August, but now I'm working there full time. And so I do have a little bit more time to read. I have a little more time between clients, waiting for clients to show up, things like that. I get off a little bit earlier. Most days, I guess I get off a little later, but I have a shorter work day, I guess is the important part. And I'm not so emotionally exhausted when I get home that I feel like I just want to go to bed. Like I actually get home like, let's read, let's play Minecraft, let's whatever. This piece is sticking up so far. It's fine, everything's fine. Anyway, so I do think I can hit 100. My other book goal is to try to finish my physical TBR. If we finish my physical TBR, or at least get close, I will be done. I will have read 100 books this year. So, both of those goals are a little too unrealistic, but we're just gonna say and go for it and see how it goes. And my end of year book tag. Okay, I wanna make sure I didn't skip anything else. Okay, biggest surprise this year. Heavenly Bodies by Imani Ayu. Literally, I watched, oh my goodness, what is her name? Lauren, one of Larry's friends, on YouTube read this book. Loved it, loved her vlog, loved her style. She loved the book, how she talked about it. I was like, I have to, I need to get my hands on it. I bought it on my Kindle, forgot that I bought it on my Kindle. We went to St. George that weekend. I went and bought the physical book, so now I have it on physical and on my Kindle. Read it in like 24 hours. Loved it. Loved it. Obsessed with it. Like, this was my next 5-star book of the year. Obsessed. Obsessed. Anyway, so biggest surprise, just because it like came out of nowhere. I hadn't heard much about it. On a whim, I went and got it and loved it. So pretty exciting. My favorite new author this year, I feel like I can't really say this yet because I've only read one of her books, but Leigh Bardugo, because I was obsessed with this book too. I only rated 9 stars, I think. But I loved her writing style. I loved the vibe, like specifically from an author writing me a story standpoint. Loved Leigh Bardugo's writing in this book. So I cannot wait to read the second book in this duology and get into more of her work. All right, the last thing for us to talk about today is my 5-star reads for this year. This is the most important thing that we're going to talk about today. And you already know the answer. Heavenly Bodies by Amani Aryeh. Well, I think we should go in order, shouldn't we? Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. Heavenly Bodies by Amani Aryeh. And Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. What else is there to say? Like, obsessed. I'm very picky when it comes to 5 stars. I give away 4 stars like candy. I'm very picky when it comes to 3 stars too. Like, I don't give them away very easily, and I don't give 5 stars away very easily. So, for these 3 to be in my 5-star picks is a huge accomplishment for them. If you've not read any of these books, do it. Do it. You need to. I'm obsessed. I love them. Anyway, all of that being said, oh my goodness, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching this mid-year book tag. Tag me in your, or even just in the comments, in your mid-year book freakout tags, or comment if you've recorded one because I want to watch all of them. If you've made it this far in the video, comment a sun or a moon emoji, and make sure that you like, subscribe, turn on notifications so that you can see my next video coming out on Monday, where I do a bookshelf scavenger hunt like Ellen Catherine does, but at the library. So I did a scavenger hunt at the library, found a bunch of different books, whatever. The last book that I found is the book that I read, and then I do a reading vlog of it and tell you guys what I thought of it. And it's super random, right? Like, I've never heard of this book before in my life. So that's super fun that I was able to do that. And you can see all of my thoughts on it on Monday. So I will see you guys then. Bye.